so strong enough.
I'm going to make an Italian meatball soup in my crock pot here. This is Betty the Crackpot. Yes. She doesn't get used very often, but when she does, she's awesome. So, and today I just felt like doing the crock pot thing. So, the first thing that it tells me to do is slice up 3 medium carrots. Mine are kind of small, so I'm using 4. 2 ribs of celery. I don't have any celery, and we just got dumped on like 8 inches of snow, and I don't feel like going out there and digging my car out of the snow. But I do have celery salt, so I'm going to use celery salt instead. And 1 teaspoon of dried Italian seasonings, a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 bay leaf, and 12 frozen Italian meatballs, the fully cooked kind. I don't have those, so I'm gonna make my own Italian meatballs. But first I wanna get this stuff out of the way and into here. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do that. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I don't throw away the ends of my produce. I save them in my bag for a vegetable stock later on. And I also do not skin, what do you call it? Peel. I don't peel my carrots either. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to get this stuff chopped up and thrown in here. And oh, also you need beef broth, 32 ounces of beef broth, 2 cups of water, 5 ounces of dry red wine, 2 cans of diced tomatoes with the juice. Got that. Pasta, if you wish. I can't eat pasta, so I'm not going to put any in there. And 3 to 5 ounces of fresh baby spinach. It's not baby spinach, but it's spinach. So I'm not a baby, so I'm good with eating it. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to do this stuff and get it in here and out of the way so that I can move on to something else. I am going to add a little bit of beef broth to this because I don't know if you were with me a few weeks ago, but I canned my own vegetable beef broth, but it is vegetable beef, so I'm just going to make it a little more beefier with the broth. And when I go through and, you know, and I'm putting stuff in the pot and everything like that, I will have, you know, words down there to tell you what I'm putting in and how much it is, because I get kind of flighty sometimes and I forget that you're kind of there, and I'm sorry. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in my 1 quart of vegetable beef broth, 2 cups of water, and they wanted me to put in wine, 5 ounces of dry red wine. But I don't have red wine, but what I do have is white cooking wine. So I'm gonna substitute it with that. It might be good, it might be not, I don't know, but I'm gonna roll with it anyway. And then I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna put a couple of tablespoons of beef broth in there. And I'm just gonna give it a little stir. And now I'm gonna go, I'm just gonna plug it in. And this will just be heating up while I'm cooking my meatballs, while I'm getting those ready. Moving on to meatballs. I have, I don't know, maybe a pound of hamburger here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna start adding, you know, the stuff that I want in it. And for me, I like about a cup of breadcrumbs, maybe a couple of eggs. I'm not quite sure. I'm never quite sure because, you know, the recipes are never the same. But I'm gonna add garlic powder, parsley, ground oregano, and salt, and some basil into my meatballs. And then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna cook them in one of my cast iron pans and get them browned up, and then I'll put them in the crock pot with the rest of the soup. I am gonna bake these in my number 12 on Mark Wagner. Her name is Arbutus, so this is Arbutus. And yes, she's a spinner. She's a spinner. She spins. She doesn't lay flat. That's okay. It's all right. So I've got 1 egg in there, and then of course this is just by feel. Some garlic powder. All these spices are up to your taste buds, what you like. Some parsley, some basil, and some powdered, or ground I should say, oregano. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take just a little bit of olive oil, because I'm gonna bake these. I don't want to fry them. Take a little bit of olive oil and put these in the oven at 350. And roll them around in there. Then once they're done, I'll throw them in my soup. But for right now, I gotta get my hands dirty. I gotta find my washer. Where'd you go? There you go. There you go. Okay. All right. Let's see how we got. What we got. It smells Italian-y. Use some more breadcrumbs. Okay, now I'm just gonna form them into, see what I got? Just gonna form them into meatballs. I'm gonna make mine maybe about the size of golf balls. I'm gonna bake these at 350 until I think they're done. Then I'll add them to the soup, and then they'll just cook more if they're not quite all the way there. Maybe a little bigger than golf balls. As I'm going, I keep making them bigger and bigger. Pretty soon I'll have a softball size one in the middle. I only used 1 of my eggs in here too. I didn't use 2. I think that's gonna do it. There we go. There's our meatballs. Now, like I said, I'm gonna put these in the oven at 350 for as long as they take, and of course I'll be moving them around periodically to get everything, all sides done. And then if they do tend to be a little pink in the middle, then when I throw them in the soup and they cook for another 4 or 5 hours, then they're gonna be done anyway. In you go, Arbutus. Do your thing, lady. Arbutus is done cooking our meatballs, so I'm gonna pull them out, and then I'm going to take them out and put them in Mutt. His partner Jeff, he's up there hanging. He's hanging. He gets the day off, so I'm gonna put him in Mutt, or put the meatballs in Mutt, and let them just rest and kind of drain off some of that excess oil that's on them. Okay, I'm hoping that you can see them. They're very nice. They're very nice and dark and brown and good. Just gonna take them and set them in here gently. Perfect. Let's see. I'm gonna put Arbutus over here for a little bit. Cool down, and I'm just going to Get another piece of paper towel. I just kind of dab the top of them, just because they are beef and they have a lot of fat in them. So I don't want any more fat than more than what's necessary. Okay, I think we're good. Roll them around a little bit. There, I think we're good. Now I'm going to take them and put them in our crock pot soup. Plop them in there. I don't know if you can see them or not. Good, very good. They look very, very good. This crock pot is quite old. Well, I'm not, I can't say it's quite old because, you know what, I'm from the 70s and I don't feel that old. So, shame on me for saying that something that was made in the 70s is quite old, because it's not. Here we go. This is what we have. Hoping that you can see it. Our meatball, our Italian meatball soup is going to go back over there on the other counter and just continue cooking for the next 4 or 5 hours. It's time for me to try the Italian meatball soup that I made in the crock pot. It's extremely hot. Oops. Oh my God, where have you been my entire life? Oh, you're so good. Oh, definitely making this again. Absolutely, hands down. It's easy, especially if you don't have to make your own meatballs, but oh, I don't mind at all. Oh wow, this is really good. We're having leftovers. That's what we're having tomorrow. Wow. I could just sit here and eat this whole thing right in front of you, but I will spare you that. All right, soup is a winner. Till next time.
So strong.